YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. We all seen what happened last night. We all knew it was gonna happen. We all had an idea that it was gonna happen. There's no way that not only was John Cena not gonna win and go into the sunset, but on top of that, we all had an idea that John Cena was gonna finish the match on his back. Pause. We knew that. We didn't know that he was actually going to tap. Like, we had ideas for sure that he was going to tap, but at the end of the day, the way it ended was tragic, and we all knew and all know that Gunther should have never been his final opponent. His final opponent was right there the entire time. It should have been Carmelo Hayes. It could have been Obafemi. It could have been LA Knight. It could have been somebody that could have actually benefited from this entire thing. And this is why Triple H is doomed. I'm going to tell you why Triple H is doomed entirely and why he got booed out of the fucking building with all of the arrogance. He over here smiling as if this is just heel heat or him just trolling and stuff like that. Bro, no, you're genuinely just not good at your job. You're just not good at your job, bro. And let's call a spade here, because I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. We're mad because the entire tour was not well thought out at all. It never really picked up, and then when it had opportunities to pick up, niggas went left and did something completely different. Tried to blame Dwayne Johnson for the entire heel turn. He was like, nah, it wasn't me, and now that you did that, I'm not even going to show up at WrestleMania. Nick Khan, he's even washed his hands with the booking. I guarantee you Triple H will not be running creative in the next 2 years. I'm willing to bet the house, because that right there, that was a mockery to everything WWE stood for. That's a mockery to everything John Cena stood for. And we all know that Triple H is living vicariously through Gunther. That's his little hitman. And truthfully, it makes sense. It makes plenty of sense. Gunther is good, but he's only good when he's in there with somebody good. If he's in there with somebody like a Jey Uso, the match is going to be dirt. And here's why everybody's crashing out the way they're crashing out. So you mean to tell me a guy that beat Cody Rhodes, took Cody Rhodes to the limit, and all of this stuff tapped out to Gunther, who tapped out to Jey Uso. So by default, you trying to tell me that Jey Uso is better than Gunther and John Cena and Cody Rhodes. This is why we crash out over Triple H losing the plot. Because at the end of the day, it was right there. You had about a year to prepare for the retirement tour. You had the opportunity to give us at least 50 shows. Because, I don't expect a John Cena who's doing Hollywood shows and doing a lot of acting, voiceover work, all this other stuff, basically setting his life up for post WWE. I don't expect him to be there all the time. Nobody expected John Cena to be there full time. We expected a respectful amount of dates that was going to propel storylines, make other people look good, and on the way out, make crown a rookie. The new guy, you know what I'm saying? Pass the torch, for lack of a better term, but we did not get any of that. We didn't get any of that because of Triple H's arrogance. He reads everything online. He knows what's going on online and on Twitter and all of that before all of this happens. He could have rectified a lot of things, but what did he do? He chose not to. He could have rectified a lot of things in this tournament and changed whoever was going to win to somebody who deserved it more. Gunther, as a two-time world champion, did not need to retire and make John Cena tap. Goldberg, maybe that's another story, but that did not have to happen. This right here, this was cheap heat. This is not, he's going to be one of the greatest heels of all time heat, because I guarantee you that Gunther is going to be getting the same reactions a year from now. There's not really that much special about this man, respectfully. He can go in the ring, but he's not this this main event talent that everybody likes to say that he is. You know what I'm saying? And Triple H, he's going to try to force feed whoever he wants to be in that forefront because he does not want to create new stars. That's what it is. He does not want to create new stars at all. And he's even said he doesn't want anybody to be bigger than WWE. So anybody who has the ability to get crossover potential, you know how hard it is it's going to be to make that person get a push. Look how hard we had to pull for Melo to get some sort of attention or get some sort of a push. You know what I'm saying? He still didn't win a championship yet, so it doesn't really matter. But still, everything that he's doing is to deter anybody from becoming a big star. That's his reason for being. I wouldn't be surprised if his main reason for being now is to destroy the WWE, something that Vince McMahon created because he was never Vince McMahon's number one. He wasn't Vince McMahon's number one, number two, number three, number four. He was never The Rock. He was never Kevin Nash. He was never Shawn Michaels, and he could never be Shawn Michaels. He was never John Cena. He was never a lot of these guys that Vince McMahon gave chance after chance after chance. He's never going to be a Randy Orton. And Randy Orton, he could have had crossover potential, but he's comfortable just being a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, when I see Triple H, I see jealousy. I see jealousy. It just is what it is, bro. I don't got much else to say about this. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing else to say about this, but I'll say this. When ESPN is looking at Triple H and Nick Khan and all these other guys like, yo, what the fuck? What are y'all niggas doing? When they pull out, pause. When Netflix pull out, pause. When every big time deal that they've had falls flat and fails, you're not going to have nobody to blame but Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Paul Levesque. And that's just how it is. The guy is not good at his job, and that's all I have to say. I don't really got much else to say. Like, I got a whole bunch of DMs talking about, yo, you gonna crash out, Yo, I just don't got the energy to crash out anymore. I just don't. I don't got the energy because we all know the results of all of this. Yes, Saturday night's main event was created, or not created, but the card was created to show or showcase a lot of the younger talent. That's cool. But until the main shit that's going on, the elephant in the room, until we see change with that stuff, the E is going to be doomed, bro. And it just is what it is. And then even the people who still pay a bunch of money for tickets, they're going to stop paying for tickets. And when that happens, lo and behold, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. Yo, shout out to John Cena. Enjoy your retirement, my brother. I'm out. Peace.